Hey, how you guys doing? This is your girl, Tammy Rivera, and I just did an interview with Hollywood Unlocked, the Atlanta edition. And I'm sick, I got a cold, but I'm here, and the tea is flowing, honey. So y'all might want to watch.
What up, everybody? This is Jason Lee, and this is Atlanta Unlocked Uncensored.
What's up, everybody? This is your girl, T.S. Madison, and I want to know, is it on? Is it on, honey? Is this recording? What's up, YouTube land, Twitter land, Instagram land, Snapchat, Grindr, Scruff, BGC, Jack, Facebook, Periscope, and last but not least, every single one of my bitches, Christian Mingle, and the lands all across the land. I'm coming to you loud, live, and always and forever in color from Atlanta Unlocked. Ooh. Did you like that, Jason?
Yes. That was fire. I'm just Rick Michaels, and this is Atlanta Unlocked, Uncensored. I don't have a grand door opening like that. I wish I did.
And the beautiful Tammy Rivera is here.
Hello.
Thank you.
That's kind of whack after her.
I know, right? I was like, man.
Thank you for sitting through a 5-minute intro. We try to do a lot simpler, but you're just so extravagant and extra.
Well, thank you, Tammy. You are beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
You are so beautiful.
Thank you,
I watch you. I watch you online. I see you on television, but to see you in person and to grasp the essence of how gorgeously delicious you are.
Well,
when you got that glow.
Can I just say that I'm really offended because I wanted to be the first one to say that I've always thought you're beautiful.
And you know what you have.
Don't I say it?
Yeah, you do, and I appreciate that.
I'm consistent. People think I'm a lot of things, but I'm consistent. I've always looked.
I was shocked with you, actually.
Why?
Because I thought you.
Here it comes.
No, I did. I thought you was like gonna be
Shady.
Not even just shady.
Messy.
You ever meet them like extra, like I'm Hollywood, like who the fuck are you, like extra type. I thought he was gonna be like that, but you
Really?
actually, yes, I did.
What made you think that?
Maybe from Loving Hip Hop.
Yeah, that show has not been the best marketing strategy for my brand, but I will say.
But you are so sweet.
Let me tell you something. Floyd calls one day and he says, I need to have somebody beautiful host my club. I was like, Tammy Rivera, and you were so simple, just easy to just book. Your rate is a lot. You get money. Because that rate, she said, well, I just give me a number. She gave me the number and it was done. But I was like, Tammy is getting the bag.
Wait a minute, Tammy, you getting paid?
Tammy, no.
I can tell by the jacket.
I book the girls. I book them. I book everybody. Tammy's getting the bag.
Can you roll that camera around here? I ain't got booked. I came over here because
I'll book you, baby.
Thank you, baby. See this? You always got to go to a woman.
Well, let me just say this. Floyd Mayweather, if you're listening, which I'm sure you are, T.S. Madison would love to host Girl Collection. It would be a different type of girl collection.
It would definitely be a different type of girl collection.
That would be dope. That's a good marketing strategy.
Really?
That'd be dope.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Let me clear something. Just because I am a chick with a stick.
Ooh.
I didn't even know you was a chick with a stick, but okay, interesting. Breaking news. This just in.
That's all right. Rip is very comfortable with the gay community. I'll tell you about that later.
I'm not a gay community. I'm the rainbow, honey.
Well, that's gay. The rainbow is gay.
Wait a minute.
You was eating Lucky Charms and you was a kid. You knew you was eating some gay shit.
Oh, I ate more than Lucky Charms.
Okay, let me
it's LGBT and LMNOP
Let's
now.
get back to that in a minute. Right now, it's all about Tammy Rivera. So listen.
Don't hit me.
You walked in, and I went to hug, hey, and then I saw Waka Flocka behind you. Anytime there are gangsters in the building, I stay in my place because I don't want no smoke from nobody.
No. That's my baby. He's always with me, supportive.
That's good. I'm a fan of your relationship with him. It's actually one of the real relationships on Love and Hip Hop.
Yeah.
a real relationship. So, like, you guys have been together for how long?
8 years.
So, what is a journey like being with somebody for 8 years? Because I haven't gotten past 8 days.
Wow. It's a book. But when I first met Waka, we were young. We were super young. Mm-hmm. And we met. I was walking down Miami Strip with my homegirl, and it's so funny because my best friend was a Waka fan. So it was my first time in Miami. I had never been to Miami before, and my best friend was like, "We going to the Waka Flocka show tonight." And I'm like, "I don't want to go to his show. He all ratchet, and I want to go to like something classier." And she was like, "No, I want to go." We from Baltimore, so she like, he just so hood. I want to go to his show. I was like, "Nah, man, let's go somewhere classy, like where I ain't gonna have to fight nobody." So we end up going to the classier club, and he ends up coming to the classier club because his club something happened. And
something happened isn't like a shootout or stabbing.
I don't know. He's too
Something
grown,
happened,
so something
okay.
happened. And we were walking down the street, and he just grabbed my hand. And I promise you, from that day, like that same night, he was like, "I don't know what it is about you." He like, it's like I could feel your heart. He's like, God telling me like you're gonna be my wife.
But is he the first rapper you've ever did? Because like it's like, rappers tend to have a lot going on.
Right.
Like girls, they baby mamas. Like, was that your first rapper?
That was my first rapper.
Really?
Wow.
My first rapper. It was my first. I mean, I mess with some street guys. You know, I'm from Baltimore, but they famous at home. But no, he was my first rapper. I've had rappers try to talk to me, of course, but I've
Well, you're a beautiful girl, and rappers. You're Nicaragua.
Nicaragua.
From Nicaragua.
But you're from Miami.
No, I'm from Baltimore.
You're from Baltimore, but you met him in Miami.
I met him in Miami.
You're from Miami.
Yeah, I'm from Miami, and I was just in Baltimore this weekend.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you were for your birthday.
Yeah, my birthday.
Did you have fun?
Happy birthday.
Girl, the room was packed. People came to see me. I
know.
I made thousands and thousands of dollars.
Wow, happy
that's
birthday
right.
to both of y'all.
Wait, it wasn't her birthday.
Never mind.
He's being a mess.
He's being messy.
And I love him.
First of all, let me tell you, he's so clever with the gay jokes because I'm almost like,
We thank you.
you got to be from our community. You
Not
just
at all.
are too
Sorry.
quick with it.
I just want to tell him this. We are Venom.
Okay, that was the Decepticon voice. That was more than me, Steve.
Well, I am a Transformer.
Okay, you know what?
Decepticons, roll out.
Back to Tammy. I cannot deal. We are not. Stop. Okay, so you get with Waka. So like when you go home to your parents, are both your parents still alive?
No, my father. Yeah, both my parents are still alive. My father, he's incarcerated. He's been incarcerated for 30 years.
So when you came home and told your parents you was dating a rapper, I mean, you were a grown woman at that point.
Yeah, I'm grown. I was 20.
They're not gonna tell you who you gonna date.
25, 26 or something like that. Yeah, so when I tell my mama is hood, let me tell you. We come from Baltimore. My mama hood. She like,
Baltimore.
yeah, we you feel me?
I was on Pennsylvania Avenue.
Oh yeah, see, I grew up around
At
there.
the
You know what I mean?
Baltimore is
Art
hood.
Social.
Okay,
Baltimore
bam.
got steps with no buildings behind it and people sitting on it.
I went to
I was like, where's the building?
I went to Baltimore in my former life when I worked at a union to do some stuff with Ted Kennedy. So I had to go to Western Union. We didn't have Cash App and Venmo. So I take a taxi to Western Union and we pull up at a
You
stoplight.
get a hack?
There was
You can get a hack? You got a taxi?
a taxi.
No, we take hacks in Baltimore.
Okay, this taxi took me to a Western Union and a kid came up to the thing and told me to roll the window down. I thought he was going to ask me for some money. He asked me if I wanted to buy crack.
Oh yeah.
First of all, I don't smoke crack. You can look at me and tell.
You
I ain't
probably a
smoke.
little too white to be in the neighborhood. They probably
Yeah,
like, oh, you want to score?
That's
You
the
want to
Italian
score?
side. He want to score. If he want to score, he a cop.
But so let me ask you, growing up in like Baltimore, did you ever have like, because you were pretty, I'm assuming
I
you were
fought
really
every
pretty.
day.
Right.
I fought every
You knew the
day.
question I was going to ask you.
Yes, I fought every. Matter of fact, I just seen someone from high school when I was picking up my goddaughter from dance practice, and she was like, "Tammy, I remember you." She was like, "Girl, you fought." I fought every day. I got expelled. By the time I got to 10th grade, I was expelled, and I couldn't go back to school. I had to go to alternative school. Then I went to alternative school, and the third day, I got suspended because the girls that I got kicked out of school for fighting, their cousin went to my alternative school.
Damn.
So we got in a fight at alternative school, and my mom was just like, "You just got to get your GED."
Was it jealousy though?
It was more so like, I was always dressed. Like, I used to work at this boutique called Urban Majesty in Baltimore. And I was working there since I was 14. My mom was a single parent. You know what I'm saying? So, and I've always been, I've always dressed. We couldn't afford shit, but nobody knew. So I would always make stuff. I would go to consignment stores. I would go to like Goodwill and find stuff. And they thought I was, like I had it like that. But I moved to the county, and Baltimore County was like middle class coming from the city. So everybody in Baltimore County, their family had like small businesses. They had great jobs. So I come from the hood. Like my mom used to get high, like, you know what I'm saying? And my mom, like, you know what I'm saying, once I get a better position, like, we getting up out of here. I used to fight too much. And I moved to the county, and now I'm in this uppity school, and these girls like, bitch. And where I'm from, I'm like, bitch means fighting. Like, what's up?
Right.
Like, y'all up here, y'all got spoons fed and y'all trying to get, y'all spoons fed, and y'all trying to tell me, like, y'all gangster.
Right.
So I was always, I think it was a conjunction of them trying me and me just never backing down.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but she pretty. Pretty girls have those problems,
Girls.
Ugly girls ain't got them problems.
No.
No one.
Well, I ain't got nothing about no.
Yeah, I done almost got
Because they
sliced
had nothing to
and
lose.
stuff.
They didn't have nothing to
Girl,
lose.
them pretty girls keep problems like that. And she's, well, I'm from Miami, so, she's a red girl to us.
Mm-hmm.
You know what Miami
Yeah,
gives you.
yeah.
You get down there, that's, hey, Red, what's up? What's up, Red? She's red, even though she's...
Yeah, they call me little light skinned in Baltimore. And like
Yeah, 'cause
that.
she-
But you know what's so crazy? And this is why I be trying to tell people. Like, my mom is white, well, Italian, my dad is black. I've gotten it from both sides. Because the white people you never accepted and the black people don't want to accept. Like, where the fuck we supposed to stand? That's why.
I never grew up with white folks.
That's why I love Drake. Because he bringing all of us niggas together.
See, but I was raised, my mama blacker than you. Like,
Yeah.
my mama black. She's not a light skinned black woman. She's a black woman. So growing up, she always told me, look, you ain't better than nobody because you red. don't think you all that. There's gonna be people that's gonna try you because you red and they bleed just like you.
Yeah.
So when I can't come home and be like, Mom, she gonna be like, bitch.
Yeah.
Like my mom a hood. So I grew up with a real black woman. So there was no in between. I never grew up with a chip on my shoulder thinking like all my friends were.
So have you ever experienced colorism though?
I always experienced that. And I'm not gonna sit there and just say that it was in my, sometimes it has been in my behalf. So I'm not gonna sit here in front like, oh, I always had it bad because I was red. There's times that I know that someone gave me an opportunity or something because I was red over a chocolate girl. And that's why, like, even if you watch my swimsuit line, I have mostly, like, my swimsuit line, all my models are 100% chocolate.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you about the T. Rivera line. Was that inspired by your earlier days of the fashion, the going to the thrift shops and being able to put pieces together? And
yeah, see, I'm even to this day, like, I have, like, my closet is like a store, and my friends come in, they already know when we go out, they don't even get dressed to come to my house. They just come and they be like, I'm not getting dressed because I know you're gonna dress me. I just love doing that. So I started a clothing line. If you guys remember my first season of Love and Hip Hop, I had a clothing line where it was like a mixture of leathers and pontes. It was too premature for my career, and the price points were high because leather is expensive.
Right.
So I was like, well, damn, what is it else that I really love that I want to make to myself? It was swimsuits, because even though I was skinnier, I always had curves. I always wanted the high cut stuff that, accentuate my curves. So I said, well, let me come out with a swimsuit line, and it did really good. So I kept it.
So do you have plus size clothes?
I do. I go up to 3X.
Oh.
So let me find out you're gonna be modeling. Okay,
It's not a 3X.
Actually,
why'd you grab it?
she's giving you 2 passes.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna get him soon.
I'm telling you, the next time you gonna cause
He's
some
gonna get
problems.
it.
And you will get it both ways. Okay.
Neither one of us is 3X. Never mind.
Listen, well, I'm definitely 3X. You must haven't seen me.
Oh, okay.
Sweets. But
He hasn't tranned.
He hasn't tranned? My inner tranny? Tranned?
Actually, your show was the first show of the franchise to have a transsexual cast member on it, right?
Yes, and she came for me out of everybody.
Yeah. Wait, but didn't y'all get? Was that y'all two that got into it, right?
Yes, it was.
Who was that? Wait, but who was the girl you threw the drink on in the restaurant?
It was the Betty Idol girl.
I didn't like her. Like,
no one did.
This is what I don't understand. You come into Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. You already know who the established, loved people are on the show. You got Jocelyn. You got
fan faves.
Tammy. You got. And this is a show that I think is like became the most popular, I think, of the franchise after the New York started. I mean, when you guys, because Atlanta,
Atlanta was always like number one.
I was intimidated to go to Atlanta because I was thinking, okay, maybe I can go launch Hollywood Unlocked Atlanta. Then I'm like, okay, Scrappy, Stevie, Jocelyn, no. Y'all got too much going on.
It is a lot. It's definitely a lot. But you know what? I think what people don't understand is, like, when you come on this show, like, I don't care if you're not a fan fave, people just the viewers don't like new people. So they could not say you're like on the show and no one really likes you. Mm-hmm. They're not gonna like the new person coming at you,
right?
Just because they feel like they know you more than they know them anyway.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, but that situation with me and D. Smith was more so. She came at me because I came at her to work with her for my swimsuit line, and she retracted the interview that my husband made about Caitlyn Jenner, and she was like, "Well, then you." And I told her from the jump, I was like, "Listen, me and my husband, we have different views on things. You get what I'm saying?" I said, "But one thing I can say, like, during that time, Erica was my makeup artist, who's now Cardi B's makeup artist.
Oh, Erica LaPerla?
Yeah, I like pretty much, she started from the bottom with me, and she was my makeup artist, and my best friend, Shad, of course, who's a gay male. And
Shad Santiago?
Yes, that's my best friend.
That motherfucker is crazy.
He's crazy as hell. And they all at my house. My husband, he respects them. He see Erica, he help her with her stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if she's coming in with a whole bunch of stuff, he's not gonna
Erica, is she trans?
She's trans.
Okay, yes. I don't, have I met Erica?
No, Erica LaPerla. It's Cardi's new
makeup artist.
Okay,
yeah, but she is. And and I was explaining to D, I was like, listen, irregardless, that's not how I feel. If he feels a certain way, I said, but he's a man, he's a black man, and he's entitled to his own opinion. You know what I'm saying? And they're just like you're raised some type of way we are. And she couldn't let that go. She started attacking me. And I'm like, well, if I felt some type of way, baby, I wouldn't even ask to work with you. You know what I'm saying? So she started attacking me. And what I couldn't understand the most is I'm like, you are so gun-ho. Then her friend came in and tried to attack me. And I was like, well, you're so gun-ho on.
Is her friend the Betty person?
Yes. I was like, you're so gun-ho on my husband's opinion, but you sat down and told me that your own father didn't accept you. So if this person that's so close to you don't accept you, why are you even bother with a person who don't even know you opinion.
What I loved about the conversation though is that I really felt like you were trying to have a conversation. Like in this country, like when you came on my show, I told you, being gay and being from the LGBT community, I had never even really had a conversation with a trans person. Mm-hmm. You were able to help me change how I viewed the community, But she was trying to have that conversation. It was this other girl who I just didn't know she was so annoying. I was like, shut the fuck up.
May I ask you a question, Jason? Yeah. What was the annoying factor about her? She's
because when you watch it, you will see it. Both of them were. Actually, what the crazy part is even like the trans community was contacting me and was like, we do not stand behind how she's acting. Because that doesn't like, represent
for example, if you would have came on my show and I didn't understand the trans community, and you're attacking me, but you're not, like, you educated me. You educated me. Mm-hmm. You normalized the interaction with Gio. Mm-hmm. You did the girl thing with Melissa. You were literally just being you. You weren't
can I say this?
Sure.
I'm a human being. I just happen to be trans.
Right.
Right. Absolutely.
But that's different. That was a different approach. You have to go back and see. It was a lie.
But for a lot of trans, they're trans and they're outside of, and they're gonna get me. My own folks will get me. But with us, the situation is so sensitive. It's very sensitive. It's like some people would take offense to the couple of jokes that he, might have made in reference to.
No, a lot of people would.
Yeah, but
I know one would.
Oh yeah. Oh honey.
It's that sensitive.
Yeah.
It is.
And the thing about it is I don't, because I'm also a comedian. I'm a comedian. Right. I read, bitch.
You're a performer.
Right. And plus, I'm comfortable
with who you are.
I'm 41 years old. I know what it is. I'm not from the hood, but I'm from the hood. You understand?
I was on FaceTime with her one night. This is a true story. She pulled a pistol out of her bra. I said, why do you have a pistol in your bra? Just in a natural FaceTime. You too?
I carry it in my bed. My husband won't let me leave it out my shirt.
I'm a real ass bitch.
I mean, people will come up. You just never know.
Yeah,
you never know at all.
But it's so sensitive, and in lots of things, we want people to respect and accept. But sometimes we have the tendency to kind of like push it hard because we want it so bad.
But that wasn't even the problem.
Because he's I'm reading Rip's thoughts.
I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything. I did not say. So you trying to put?
But we push it hard. We push the respect factor so hard that sometimes we forget that this is still new to lots of people.
And then I don't even think it was more so of that. It's the way you can't. If you want someone, everyone is raised different. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? Like, and I'm gonna be completely honest. Before I met my best friend, I remember telling him, and this was years ago, and he read my ass through a box. But I remember telling him, yes, I remember saying, like, I don't believe in gay marriages. I think that's like, because I was during that time I was very religious, and he read me into a box. But afterwards, he sat down and he told me something, and after I sat there and I thought about it, now I feel completely different. Like, the reason why is because I feel like if you spend your life with someone, and some people who are in the community, their parents don't even deal with them or their family. So if you spend your life with someone and God forbid something happens to you, and this family who never dealt with you wants to come in and say, oh, I'm his mom now. I should get the money. It's like, that's not right.
Or if you're in the hospital and you need a decision made, this person who has no rights. Yeah.
Exactly. So that work in itself outside of everything else was like, okay, this is not right. This is human rights. So there's a way to, sometimes it's being educated. Like he just said, and I understand you saying like pressing it so hard because we all have our own, you might not like something, you might not like the way I dress, you might not like the way I look, you might not like something that I said.
That's not going to be true.
No.
Well, okay, I have to be honest. I mean, there was a couple of things that your husband has said that I've made. If you Google it, it's there that I've made comments about it.
Right.
But
we gonna have problems in the parking lot.
Bitch, I'm a real nigga too. What you talking about?
Oh, well, hold on.
Wow.
I got my nigga back now.
Shit, I got my nigga back too. But this is my thing here. For me, it's just about getting it out. If a person understands it or whatever, it's cool. I'm not gonna try to force it down your throat to understand it. Here's the thing.
But you're entitled to your opinion as well.
Okay,
yeah,
I'm going to just say this. You're going to have to live with Rip. If you set up jokes like that, I'm not going to force it down your throat. Here comes Rip.
I didn't say anything.
Rip. It's a safe place. Just say you're
it's safe with me because, well, how many people going to watch this?
A lot.
We may have to joke off.
Yeah. So I have this Louis bag I've been wanting to get rid of. It's just fresh, but I just don't use it that much. And a friend of mine told me about Poshmark. When I went on, I was expecting to sell something, which you can do, but you can also buy stuff. They have a ton of really fashionable items that you can get. It's like shopping straight out of someone's closet, and it's free. Millions of closets across America are at your fingertips through Poshmark. The app is free and it's for men, women, and children, all inclusive. Everyone can find something on Poshmark. They have a ton of brands that you can shop from. Louis Vuitton, Gucci, Express, Coach, you name it, they got it. Even sneakers from Nike, Adidas, a ton of major retailers that we all know and love. And it's easy. The shipping is really easy. It's the easiest way to buy and sell fashion items online, with shipping being both super easy for both the seller and buyer. You can get super fast shipping right at your doorstep. If you see something you want, you can make the seller an offer and the item is yours. So be sure to use our exclusive deal that we have with Poshmark. Listeners of Hollywood Unlocked can get $5 off your first purchase. Just enter the invite code UNLOCKED5 when you sign up. That's invite code UNLOCKED5. Be sure to check out Poshmark.
Because I'm cool with lots of things being said, but if people out there watching you say certain stuff to me,
this is why I love this show, and this is why I love talking to people. Like there's not a lot of scripting. Yeah, there's notes to help me know what I'm gonna talk about, but in terms of like having conversation, going all the way back, and I want to move on, but going back to the conversation you were having with the people on your show, I felt like you were trying to be patient in the conversation.
I was trying my best,
but
they kept.
It was like a lot of attacking, and I feel like, that was kind of what my issue was with Sydney Star. If it's just so much, it's just like, hold on, but then there was a point where like you just had to swing on a bitch. It's just,
yeah, because I'm like, because now what you were trying to do is you're trying to discredit my husband. See, this is the thing. I live with this man. I sleep with this man. I don't care what he says out his mouth. And yeah, people don't know him, so they can take it like that. But I see the way he respects people. I don't care, transgender, gay, whatever. And I know because they're in my home. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, and he knows, for one thing, I don't allow disrespect. Second of all, he's not going to disrespect no one. Like, for instance, my best friend, and he's gay, and he would knock a whole nigga out over me. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And my husband, like, even when his friends would come around, and they'd be like, yo, what's up with this? He was like, my nigga, that's shot. Like, leave that nigga alone. Like, that's family. At the end of the day, I don't care what, and he's street, and his friend's street, so they'd be looking like, why is this gay nigga like, right? Like, just chilling. He like, nigga, that's shot. Try him if you want to.
Yeah, but I mean, you get men who become comfortable, with it, because if you from the hood, you know a queen.
Listen,
you know a queen.
I flew. What'd you say?
I got a story. I used to be a gay drug dealer in my neighborhood called Black Pearl, and he used to have a tracker, and he used to beat the shit out of niggas when they have his money. It's the weirdest
see what I'm saying?
But his name was Black Pearl. The tracker with speakers in it, and just to see him get out and turn into a man was the funniest shit you ever want to see, because he was really about his money at the same damn time, and the respect that he got in the hood. So yes,
but that doesn't change.
And I grew up in Chicago, so
people can feel that. Like, it's just like religion. People feel the way they feel, and you could get so intense about it. Like, at the end of the day, you might have a different religion, and I might not agree with your religion, but I'm still gonna respect you as a person.
Okay, so listen, you and Waka, you guys have had ups and downs. We've seen it on television. We've seen it on Instagram. Right now, you're in a good place, but he's cheated on you in the past.
Hell yeah.
And so, how do you, for the women out there?
And I've cheated on him in the past.
No, wait.
Wow.
Oh.
Newsflash.
Wait. Really?
That's what I'm saying. People only see one side to a story. Yeah. Not while we were married, but we've had
like the breaks.
Yeah, like I haven't had sex with anyone. You get what I'm saying? Like, I've never.
Wait a minute. How can you cheat and
now
not
you're cheating?
Emotional cheating is worse.
Yeah,
that's a connection.
Y'all think cheating is only about sex?
No, it's not.
Oh,
emotional cheating is the worst.
Really?
So y'all some cheating motherfuckers then.
I mean, I don't cheat because I personally like everybody that I'm involved with. Like, I don't have a person I'm committed to. That's probably what I was going to ask too. Like, you're with somebody for 8 years. How do you see forever or 8 years in a person? Like, how do you do that?
Okay, and this is going to sound super crazy, but when I first met my husband. Like I said, the first day I met him, he told me, he's like, you're going to be my wife.
The first day?
I promised to God the first day. And I thought he was crazy.
Did you have sex the first night?
Hell no.
Ain't nothing wrong with that if she did.
No. there's totally nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
But I'm the type. I'm about my money. I don't get down like that. I'm not trying to be smart. But
I feel you.
Yeah, I'm not about to be sleeping with no nigga and then walking away and even that. I'm not saying I'm a prostitute either. But I ain't gonna be giving no nigga no ass and be like, I just had fun. We just had sex last night. Like, nah.
Jason told me. Jason said, Madison, do not make this thing sexual. I said, okay, I'm not. But
it always ends up in sex on the show.
And people get mad at me. You can say because I feel
But
how I feel when I say like I don't respect a groupie or a hoe, but I respect a prostitute before I would.
Right.
And I'm not. And get mad if you want to. And the reason why I say that is because I don't respect a person who go and just unless you. There's a difference between a groupie. Groupie just fucking for a title.
Let me help make this conversation easier. I told Melissa Ford. I love Melissa Ford. She's Melissa
so
Ford.
Sweet. She's
but I said to her, you got to use that pussy for a good 2 years though. Like you just because you getting to a point where now you got to be like this pussy. I'm courtside at every game. I'm gonna go get the bag. Now you ain't got to give it to everybody, but the pussy's gonna get you in the room. Damian Lillard, all on the. So I know I'm telling people business. Sorry, Damian. This is what I do. Damian Lillard, all on the phone. Let me fly you out. She's not that let me fly you out girl. Now if you want to work towards it, then maybe you can get in Melissa's life. But Melissa don't want to do nothing.
I'm that type of person. I sit in the
You want to do nothing?
Nothing.
She don't want to.
I mean, I'm not a sexual.
But it's getting older too.
I'm
it don't
sorry,
age
like,
well.
I'm not the
do
type
that.
of girl that look at a guy and be like, oh, he's so fine. Like I've never been like that. Personality gets me. Like Waka be like, I mean, even my friends, I done dated some niggas that's so like they be like, bitch, what you seeing there? I'm like, he cute if you look at him from the side.
From the
Like,
side.
Wait. So before Walker, you've dated like a gorilla.
I've dated a few gorillas.
Hey, I'm right there with you.
Why? Why?
I've dated 87 Octane. I don't date pretty women. They got to be regular. I don't like them Supreme. I don't like. I just like.
Really?
87 Octane. That's my thing. It's not. It's just
87
regular gas. Just regular. Ain't nothing cute about them. It just. If you see my girl, you can tell my girlfriends ain't cute because every time I see them, I introduce them to somebody. I be like, that's my girl. They be like, okay, that's what's up. Listen, did you see the game?
Wait, do you really like dating ugly women?
I do. It's so easy to leave.
No, ugly women, bro.
Oh my god.
Well,
So
you guys would
easy
have
to leave.
cute kids.
She'd be like, I'm leaving. I'd be like, okay.
Really?
No.
Really?
No.
All right. See you later.
So
Who gonna
have
want
you
you?
dated
Get back in here.
have you dated any women with like a handicap?
No, I've never dated mentally, emotionally
Is
handicapped.
shortness a handicap?
I've dated a lot of
What
emotionally
about a woman with
handicapped
no
women.
teeth?
Ooh,
That can be interesting.
that would probably work out good.
Yeah, see?
Man, they ain't worried. Man, just want the dick sucked.
But
oh, no, wait.
Tammy,
So wait. Can I ask one question?
With
real
no
quick?
teeth.
So like, what is the thing about pretty girls that like gorillas? Because like Melissa's
wasn't-
the same way.
It's not even about gorillas. It's
Melissa's
more
too?
so about personality. Like there's guys that I've met and I'm like, oh, this nigga's not even cute at all. But they be funny as hell. And I'm such a kickback type of girl. I'm so chill. I like regular shit. I like to laugh and joke. I come from a crazy funny family. So if you got a great personality, then we can kick it. You feel me? But like I don't like no niggas that's too. You can't be wanting to be fresher than me, cuter than me. Like that's not even
Yeah,
fun.
because then they end up in my DMs
You feel what I'm
and shit.
saying?
The reason why, but Jason, the reason why I ask you that, Tammy, is because when it comes down to relationships and stuff like that, I have this thing here, and a friend of mine, we talked about this before. I said, I need to fuck that nigga the first day.
For real?
Why?
God, because I don't, if I really like you.
No. If I'm too attracted to you, I will run away from you.
Sus, the reason why, because I don't want to really like you and the dick be babs. And then I'm like,
Everybody
ew.
says that, but you can tell them what to do.
Nope.
Wait. So I interviewed Miss Quad from Married to Medicine recently, and this won't air before I go to Sister Circle. So I'm gonna say this: she's getting a divorce from her husband of like I don't know how many years, and he has a little dick because it was on blogs, and she confirmed it on my show. My thing is like I'm gonna tell her on Monday like God let you hit that and gave you a warning to
Let
get
me
out.
tell you what she was thinking.
What?
Quad was like, his dick little, but his money long. That's what Quad was thinking.
But you gonna cheat.
That's what Quad
Come
said
on,
to you.
doctor.
But you gonna cheat. And this is why I always say, girl, I gotta fuck that. Because if I don't, and the dick babs, I'm gonna be over there like, you cute to look at.
So it's like going
But I
to
don't want
Costco.
you no more.
So it's like going to Costco and getting a sample before you buy the meal.
Yeah, man, I got to, dog. And I got to do it the first day.
So
if
listen.
I really
No
like
way.
you.
Really?
Well, he done paid
The
me, so
first day?
I mean,
The first day.
no, like I
What
don't.
in the name of penicillin? The first day?
Listen, I didn't say raw.
Oh.
That's down the line. Because listen, when you start having that raw sex, that's that.
So
We
real.
together. For
That's
real,
that
for
glue.
real.
Is it really?
I don't know. I
Wait
love
a
my
minute, how
girlfriend, but
much
I don't
Ross-
like her pussy. It's just not good. I love her personality, but her sex, the pussy's bad. It is horrible.
my God.
That's why we talk most nights. I'd be
But
like,
you know, that's not you can't do that because they say once the connection makes the coochie better.
Sure.
Really?
That's not true.
Girl.
no, not really?
Well, I ain't never had
I
no
always
coochie, so
thought-
I couldn't tell you.
Well,
No,
listen.
no, no, no,
Okay.
Never,
So let me.
Never, ever. Never. You never. So you just came out the vagina was like, this is nice. I'm gonna get me one of
Oh
these.
yes.
It's coming in
No,
two
you
bedroom.
need
Is this a clitoris? That's what this is.
No, I didn't.
Before
I don't.
make the
No,
clitoris.
no, babe. I didn't want no coochie. I didn't want that. Let's be clear here.
Okay.
I do just fine with what I got.
Okay. Wait. Coming right back to that. So let me ask you. So when you cheated, it was more of. Was it like?
No, it wasn't more so really cheating. It was more so like, because we started, like I said, we was young. We first met each other and it was like, oh, I love you. I want to be with you. We like, oh, I want to be with you too. I moved to Atlanta. We actually, when we met, I moved to Atlanta probably 2 months after with him. He was like, if you don't move to Atlanta, I'm going to lose you and I don't want to lose you. And I was like, all right.
Wait, this was how soon after
2 months.
that you met?
Yeah, after we met.
And then you moved to Atlanta?
Yep.
Damn. So he knew you was the one. Did you know he was the one?
I don't know what it was about him, but I tell you
Because to
this.
trust moving to Atlanta.
And that's what my
with
mom
a
said.
rapper.
My mom was like, what makes you so comfortable with him? And I was like, I don't know. It's like,
You just felt the connection.
I just felt like it was just something that I had to do.
Because people always tell me stop trying to find the one, it will find you. Do you get that feeling like when they find you that this is it?
Let me tell you what made me, I didn't know it at the time, but when I sit back and actually think about it, when I got on the airplane, because the first night we met, we talked all night long. Like, he was like, could you come back to my room? And I was like, hell no, I'm not going to your room. I'm like, nigga, I don't get down like that. And he was like, no, on everything. Like, I just want to talk to you. Like, you just.
Oh, he was showing you that good side of him.
Yeah,
that
he
good
was like, I
side.
just really want to, kick it with you. So we sat and we talked all night long. And I had to leave the next day. And I remember getting on the airplane and I prayed for him. And I was like, why am I praying for this nigga? Like, I don't even know this nigga like that. But I did. I said a whole prayer like God, like a covering prayer over him. Because
Jesus.
he just.
Right.
He had nobody pray for me.
This was your husband. Girl, you was with your husband.
And I didn't even when we
Ain't that nice though?
It's just-
She went home and prayed for a motherfucker.
I had girls
but
pray
I
for
never
my
expected
downfall. I
nothing
ain't never
of it.
pray for over me.
I always thought it was gonna be just a conversation, like, oh, I met Waka, he was mad cool, and that was that. You get what I'm saying? I never thought that it would progress after that or go on after that. And it's a funny story because he flew to Baltimore, and he was like probably 3 weeks later, he was like, I want to come and see you. So I was like, oh, all right, cool. I thought he was bluffing. Who come to Baltimore by himself? And he's a rapper. He flew to Baltimore by himself. And when I pulled up to the airport, like I said, I always keep a jammy with me.
Uh-huh.
So
Is that a gun?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a gun. So when he pulled
You
up.
don't have a gun on you now.
No,
You can't have a gun on you now.
I don't.
I can't. Go ahead.
So when he pulled up, I gave him my gun, and I was like, hey, I know you don't really know me like that, only from conversation. I was like, but I want you to feel safe with me. So I gave him my gun while he was in
I
Baltimore.
can't. This is real. This is really
That's
love
real
and
love.
hip hop. This is real shit.
That's love and crime. That's
Wait, did you really
That's
say
love
I
and
want you to
felonies.
feel
That's not
comfortable
a-
and gave him a pistol?
Yeah, because he can't. I couldn't believe that he flew.
I'm like, where are
by
you taking
himself.
me if a girl
He didn't
gave me
come
a
with-
gun?
if
The
he would've
only
came with-
shots I've got with a nigga I've dated has been for chlamydia, and this is why I don't date that like that anymore. I
No
can't.
chlamydia.
He can't
It's too
open that.
much.
No.
Anyway,
So Tammy, may I ask,
Uh-huh.
how long had it been before you did the horizontal dance?
he flew to Baltimore.
when he
He
flew
got
Baltimore,
something
he
that
got
day.
it.
Oh,
He
listen.
did?
He flew to Baltimore.
It was on.
got it. It
It
was
was
a
on.
wrap.
She gave him a gun. That was it.
It was over with. I ain't
When
gonna
he
front.
got in
Gave
that
him
wait,
protection
listen.
when he got off the plane.
Listen.
So it was like,
You gonna
give
get this?
When she went home and prayed, the Lord said,
him the
"Give him the cuckoo."
Give him the coochie.
Give him the open up. Open
No,
up.
but you know what's
You
so
ain't gonna
funny?
walk
I
through the
told my
valley
sister, she was like, you
of the
better not
shadow.
sleep with him. I was like, girl, I'm not sleeping with that nigga. What I look like?
And next day you,
Okay, now let me ask you a question. If you would have
Round
slept,
of applause.
if you would have slept with him and the sex was bad, would you have left him?
No, probably not.
Really?
I really liked him a lot. And it was
Damn.
weird because after we
You're
did
just a
it,
good ass woman because I'm telling you, they don't make them like that in LA. Not in LA. If you ain't got no money and you ain't got no dick, you're not getting
Yeah,
nothing.
money.
said he
He
had
had
no
money.
dick?
He was a rapper at the time. He had money.
I'm not saying he didn't. I
Oh,
said
I-
if she.
don't do that.
It's Waka Flocka. Come on now, motherfucker. Like 6. I'm not. He outside
Now, I
with
done
guns.
had
I'm
some
not
6
saying
8s
that.
that was 8 minus 6.
ooh, what's that like?
Yeah.
That's why I said I have to get him the first night because I ain't going through this whole relationship like that.
So, Rip, if you was to go home and the guy had 2 inches, like, would that be the end for you?
First of all, I'm not going home with a guy with any inches. No, thank you. You think I'm going to slip that shit in? I heard that loud and clear.
No, I never told you this after I interviewed you in LA, but I did after our interview go back and Google your transsexual porn. Mm-hmm. You have a big penis.
I do.
Yeah, it was really uncomfortable to watch.
Why?
Because I had never seen that ever. And I ain't gonna lie, I watched one video because I was conflicted. I felt like we related, so I couldn't really watch it.
Yeah, we are related.
So you've done porn before?
What?
So hold on, I got a question. I've always wanted to ask somebody that.
Come on.
No, Roxy Reynolds, my baby. I love her to death.
That's my girl.
That's my.
Who's
when
Roxy
I say
Reynolds?
I love
Roxy
her.
Reynolds.
Porn star.
Transsexual?
No, she's a cisgender woman.
Okay.
That's my baby. I love her to death. Like, she changed my whole outlook on, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, sometimes you judge shit like that.
Well, I know because I've gotten it a lot.
Yeah,
And
you
even
see-
though that's a part of my past, I've gotten it a
But
lot.
one thing I can say about her, she speaks like 3 different languages. She owns all her shit, and
She's
like,
a boss.
Me.
That one
bagged up.
too.
Bam, there we go. So I just had a question though. Are you always just horny, or you
No.
have to make yourself get horny?
Well, to be honest, I haven't had sex in about 17 months now.
It's been a while.
I'm talking about when you were like.
Well, when I was
doing
in the business,
Yeah.
no, it was green. The dollars were green. The faces were green. The situation was green.
All she saw was money. It was
That's
a
all I
bag
saw.
whisperer.
So
I
it
saw
just
the
and it's
bag.
like the water just turned on.
What's up, babe? White, black, green, yellow. Can you fit this rubber? I have one for each size.
Well, speaking of getting paid for sex, when Mimi dropped that sex tape with that boy, and you saw them hanging on, I love Mimi. You know I love you, and I love her new relationship. I love her and her girlfriend. Like I saw them before she came on the show, and you could feel energy.
Oh,
like,
so Nico turned her to girls?
well, it don't Nico like the boys, but anyway, when they were in the shower,
What is this?
have you ever been walking and thought like,
I ain't gonna lie, to seeing Mimi tell you, I was like, you know what, bitch, you got to do more.
You got to do better.
You just got to do better with your fucking life. And Mimi is way older than me. And I mean, she'll tell you, I'm not no shade or nothing. She'll tell you, cause she be like, girl, like she'll tell me straight up, like, girl, you young. You know, we talk like that. Like Mimi is the sweetest person ever. But I'm like, this bitch is hanging off of shower poles. What the fuck am I doing in my life?
But have you ever been walking and said, you know how much money? Because y'all would have a hot sex tape.
I wouldn't. I have a 13-year-old daughter. I would die.
You don't seem like that type of person. But y'all would make so much money. You never you're not motivated by the money that way.
I could never sell my soul like that. And not saying it in that way, only because I have a daughter. And I could never.
Well, I didn't take no offense to it.
No,
because
I'm just saying,
I'm gonna tell
I'm
you
not saying
something.
it that way.
I always talk to people about the adult entertainment industry. There's a trade-off.
Right.
For one, I feel, this is me personally, I feel that you never ever have a successful relationship because one, you've dealt with everybody's relationship.
Honey, I'm in Atlanta looking for XL. If you out there, I was watching breeditraw.net last night.
Oh, see, you don't. That's not a relationship. That's a
XL.
lust.
No, I would be in a relationship with him.
Because I've been involved in that, I'll never trust a man, woman, or child.
Damn,
Wow.
really?
Never, I'll never, because I know I used to be in the bed with niggas and they phone ringing. They like, "What's up, babe?"
So that's what I was going to ask you. So,
Wow.
with him cheating and you mentally or emotionally cheating before, now you all are preparing. You're married,
We've already married.
and you're
Married
going to
for
go
5
through a
years.
wedding.
Yeah,
Married.
we actually we eloped. Everybody's seen that on TV, and of course our mothers was super mad about it. But it was like we got married like a month after his brother committed suicide, and I think for him it was more so like I can't lose.
I can't
anybody
lose,
up.
yeah.
It's time for me to man up, grow up, and do what I need to do.
Why did you elope? Why didn't you? I would have watched your marriage.
Yeah, for
Why
sure.
Mona didn't call you like bitch?
I mean, they were pissed because they wanted
would
us to be
assume.
the first
And-
couple to get married on Love and Hip Hop because during that time nobody had
Yeah.
did it. But we eloped, and it wasn't about TV. It was just that moment that
That was y'all moment.
That was our
That's
moment.
why I said this is one of the real relationships on Love and
Yeah,
Hip Hop because
it
it ain't
was-
always about a television show.
No, it wasn't, and we did, and we could have made so much money off
Of
of
course.
that. You know what I'm saying? But I always told him, I said, if we survive 5 years in this marriage, in this industry, throughout all this turmoil, we've survived 5 years, then we deserve to have a ceremony. So January 21st is our 5-year anniversary of being married, and we're going to have a destination wedding in the Riviera Maya in Cancun.
I'm coming to dance.
I have a passport
coming.
and I'm
Yeah,
always
y'all,
ready.
I'm gonna see y'all
I'm coming.
invite.
Send me my invite.
So you should actually thank her, by the way.
Yeah,
You know why?
Why?
Because you don't know the connection you two have that I do.
What?
What is it?
Her mother-in-law discovered Nicki Minaj.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Miss
he did.
Deb.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just
Let you know that.
Thanks a lot. All right, but anyway,
But
thanks
listen,
a lot.
congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations on that. It's sometimes you see all the stuff on television and you're like, is that real love? Is it real? But listening to you talk is real love.
Mm-hmm, absolutely.
How do you deal with all the shit online? Recently, I don't want to cut you off. Recently,
Yeah.
I was just on YouTube watching something go on with a very popular YouTuber, Tasha K, and you guys it was lots of stuff going on.
Yeah.
What was happening? Because I missed that. I'm sorry.
I don't know either.
What happened?
I can tell you what happened.
What happened?
There was a girl that, this is the story, the real story.
Okay.
My husband got locked out of his hotel room. He was at in Reno, Nevada, and it was like an event going on where there's like a lot of women in the lobby, a lot of people out. Period. He got locked out of his hotel room. If you look at the pictures, where he had on some shoes, he had his like bedroom slippers on, some shorts, and he's sitting in the lobby on the phone, on the hotel phone, calling down. You know how they have those phones in the hotel,
house phones,
and they call down and like, hey, can you send somebody up my keys? I locked out my room. You could see where they took pictures of his leg, like sitting in a chair. And then it went from that, and then he took a picture downstairs in the lobby, in the casino. Like, can I take a picture? He took a picture. And then it goes from that to, I slept with him. And I just feel like...
A fan said that.
Yes, she has to be a fan.
Okay.
But it was like,
Groupie.
I slept with him, a groupie. And she's like, I slept with him. And she's in this hotel room by herself, digging in the trash can saying she have a condom, but couldn't find... It was just the stupidest shit I've ever heard or seen in my life. The fact of the matter is how I know that didn't happen is because his security, like I was on the phone with FaceTime with them like the whole night. They were, we was talking back and forth. Like I know what's going. There's things that I know and there's things that you like. Okay, bitch, maybe that is true.
Right.
But there's certain things I'm like, I can't put that on that nigga because
Right.
I know for a fact. You get what I'm saying? But the crazy part is that part is not crazy because that happens all the time.
All the time.
People take pictures and
You could literally take a picture
and he's an easy target.
Yeah.
He's super easy because he has been caught doing shit in the past.
But not only that, he's also a public figure.
and he's a public figure.
Yeah, of course.
But it's even worse when you've gotten caught
Yeah.
doing shit and you're known for cheating from what they seen from Love and Hip Hop. So it's like, okay, he's an easy target. That's why I always tell him, I don't give a damn. And I hate to be that person, like, don't take pictures with no bitches. I would never do that. But I always tell him, be mindful of your surroundings. Even the people that you're with. Because there's times that he didn't have security and his security done slept with a bitch and she done said she done slept with Waka.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, they do
oh
that.
my God, all the time.
I used to be a hoe. No, I'm straight up.
Wait, but really they sleep with the security?
The security, the hype man, the DJ, I promise you to it. It got to a point where my husband has to put, like he has this, one of his artists, his name Ludin, who's like a really hyper guy. He puts him in like another hotel because, he put his younger artists in other hotels because they're younger, they're not married. They can have that fun. And he don't want, because he could go, there's one time, I was in the hotel room with him and he like, damn, I ain't got no lighter. And I need some blunts. So he's like, I'm going to go downstairs to Ludin room. He goes to Ludin room, gets some lighter and blunts, come right back upstairs. Within that time, someone took a picture of him and was like, Waka in my room. We just fucked this, that, and the third.
Right.
And mind you, if I wasn't in that room at that time,
You would have believed it.
I would have probably believed it.
But let me ask you a question.
You know?
How do women like you who has had a man cheat on them remain confident, not just confident in your marriage, but confident as women? Because I know I have 5 sisters, and I know I've had a sister who's been cheated on, who's like lost all confidence in herself. I'm like, bitch, do you know where you come from? Like, how do you maintain confidence as a woman after being cheated on?
I don't even think it has anything to do with me. And I hate when I see online what people
The
say.
cheating, you mean?
The cheating. I hate when people online say that, no matter how bad you are, that nigga still gonna cheat. Oh, he cheated. Look at how bad she is. Anybody can get cheated on. Yes, sister, it's just that the insecurity is not the woman. The insecurity is in the man. And my husband told me that within himself. He said, there is nothing ever wrong with you.
But why do women seem to be like, what's wrong with me? Well, why do women
because
do that?
it makes you feel like that. If a person can't seem to get their shit together, it's like, well, damn, maybe I'm not enough. Maybe I'm not doing something. And I will say, out of everything that he has done, when I started becoming that person, that nigga stopped me dead in my tracks. He said, hold up, I ain't even gonna let you do that to yourself. That shit ain't got nothing to do with you.
Right.
You fucking perfect.
Right.
I'm the fucked up one. You see
At
what I'm
least he
saying?
could do that.
Oh, he's and that's what
Because
I'm
I
saying.
do see when he's trying to win you back, you could see like it's genuine.
Yeah, he was definitely genuine. Like it's nothing. I didn't. What they saw on Love and Hip Hop was just a a small snippet of what really went down.
Okay, so listen, everybody knows I like to smell like $1 million. Every time I come in the room, I talk about how good I smell, and I make sure that everybody else backs it up. But look, here's the deal. Scentbird, it is a luxury fragrance subscription service where you can subscribe and receive these beautiful containers full of your best fragrances. Luxury. This is right here. This is Burberry.
Burberry.
Over here smelling like money. Okay, so tell people, Giovanni, how they can get their own Scentbird account and how they can, too, be smelling like me.
All right, first I want to tell you guys that you can get a new cologne every month. If you can't decide, you can definitely get the editor-selected cologne of the month. Dated cologne before committing a full-time situation. Over 450 designer brands, all right? So if you want that, if you want to be smelling like Jason Lee, all right, just visit scentbird.com/unlocked. Use our code UNLOCKED for 50% off. That's only $7.50 for your first month. Free shipping, all right? Scentbird.com/unlocked. That's SCENT bird.com/unlocked for 50% off.
They have Tom Ford, Gucci, Burberry, like I just showed. They have all the brands.
Versace.
So for those of you out there that are dating somebody that you want to give them a gift and you want them to feel like they're getting that real high-end experience for the low, Scentbird is your account to get. So go and sign up today.
But I will say this. What I had with my husband, and people always say, oh, you're weak. I actually caught
That's
more
what I was gonna
backlash.
ask you. That's what I was going to ask you. How do you deal with like? I'm dealing with social media trolls right now, and I don't even have like a fraction of your platform like on Instagram and all that. How do you deal with the internet trolls who are telling you what you should be doing or shouldn't have been doing, or shouldn't have taken back, or this that like?
No one is in my life. Like I said there, how I deal with things is, like I said with my husband, it was a spiritual battle. It wasn't like we were sent in each other's lives, and I can confidently say that. I don't speak on that a lot because a lot of people want to understand it on the level that I understand.
I do.
You get what I'm saying?
I do.
Some people are like, oh, they don't get it. And a lot of younger kids, to be completely honest, half of the people that's on social media, they're children. They're kids. Mm-hmm. They would never understand it. But there was times where when me and my husband were separated, and I couldn't stand him. And I prayed to God to send someone else to him to continue where I left off as far as praying for him.
Another woman?
Yeah.
I didn't care if it was another woman, another man, a friend.
Wait,
I didn't care.
Yeah.
Wait, so you loved him so much that you prayed that God would send him somebody
To pick up where I left off.
You know
the
why?
most
Are
amazing
you?
woman I've ever seen. I'm seeing women
I've
pray
never-
for death. Like may his thing fall off. May his
But you know
plane
what's-
crash.
This is his soulmate.
That's crazy.
And I've never believed that in my life, but I honestly feel like, and the reason why, I'm gonna tell you why. Have you ever been with someone like my husband has been before he was a rapper? He done dealt with so much stuff, and then this industry is even worse. People don't know how many demons come in this industry.
Oh, yeah.
And how much you are attacked in this industry. People do not understand.
Minding your own business.
Just doing nothing, and just the fame and the money. Money brings demons alone.
Oh, yes.
On top of fame. So a lot of the stuff that he was going through mentally, like psychologically, like his brother, he saw his brother brains on the top of a window.
Yeah,
his brother committed suicide. You get what I'm saying? His other brother was killed.
Wait, he was with his brother when it happened?
No, his brother committed suicide in Deb's car in the community, in their community, in their country club. But my thing is, I knew. You ever felt that you love someone so much, but you knew that you were the light, like you were the one that if God, not saying his mom don't pray for him, no one else, but no one knows him the way I did. And I felt as though if I was to leave, and if I was to completely cut him off, like I was afraid of what might happen to him. I knew I was going to be okay, and not saying that something will happen, but when a man don't have a foundation, especially when they come from the streets, it's easy for them to fall into other shit. Mm-hmm. So I always ask God. I said, even after I prayed for it, I was like, damn, God, you gonna send me right back to the nigga? Like I guess God was like, it was you. Ain't nobody else gonna go back. It's gonna be you.
That's beautiful.
But I was asking God to say, I prayed. I mean, there was times where this man would sleep, and I would be over top in the middle of the night, and he's like tossing and turning, and I would be praying over him because I knew that one day we have this in our old house that we had. My air conditioning unit broke, and I called I couldn't find the guy who usually fix it, so I looked in the yellow pages, found some guy to come and fix it, and I was in the room praying when the guy came. I was praying because we was going through so much crazy shit. This was before we was even married, and I was like, God, why would you bring me here? These people. This is one of the time me and Dad wasn't speaking. We didn't have a relationship. No one. I'm like, why would you bring me here? These people are evil. This industry is evil. No one likes me. The only person that wants me here is him, and he's not even acting right. Like, why am I here? And this guy was fixing my air conditioning unit. Before he left out, I promise you, this man turned around and looked at me. He's like, you think you're here for you. It has nothing to do with you. He said, God sent you here for a reason. And the day you understand that, the better off you'll be and the happier you'll be. And he walked out, and I've never seen that man again day in my life. Wow. But it was like, for me, that was a confirmation of.
That was a sign.
Yeah, it wasn't for me. You were sent here. And whether I was with him or not, I knew that whatever that I would bring to him and my daughter, whatever that love that we would bring to him, or the calmness, like if you look at Waka in the past and you look at him now, there's a calmness, there's a man.
Yeah.
He went from being an entertainer and a young boy to
Wild
a grown
boy.
man,
Yeah.
a wild boy.
Bow,
to a
bow,
It's
man.
been a journey. So your daughter's 13.
My daughter's 13.
So now have we seen your daughter on the show?
She's been on the show like twice.
Okay, but not a lot.
No, not a lot.
So is that on purpose? Do you purposely shield her from all of that?
Charlie just don't be with the shit. It's
Okay.
not. It has nothing to do. She just be like, when she did used to film, she was like, oh, Mom, can I just? I want to go.
She wants to be a kid.
Yeah.
But when she sees the show and she sees everything going on, and then she's in the house. I mean, she's around, so she knows what's happening. How do you explain to her?
Charlie and Waka have such a great relationship. Like even when we were separated, he would, and I wouldn't answer the phone for him. He would call my mom like, "Can I pick Charlie up? Can I pick her up from school?" He would still. I would be like, I wouldn't answer the phone for him. He would still drop money off when he knew school was starting. Mind you, this is not his biological child. He's been in her life since she was like 4 or 5. But I never stopped their relationship. And one day he came to me. He said, "If you leave, if you're gone for good, please just don't take her out of my life." And I promised him, I said, I would never do that.
But you also take credit for being a different type of woman too, because I can tell you, all the women I know, the stuff you saying, I ain't never heard nothing.
Girl, them,
I ain't never heard none of that. I mean,
listen,
I'm like,
you ain't gonna hear it because they not gonna be bold enough to say it like this woman said. Because
I don't think they
a
exist
lot of women
besides
talk
this.
garbage about, oh, when my man do this, I'm gonna leave him. Girl, you be right there.
Yeah.
You be out in the street fighting.
And I'm not going to say, like, he knows now where I'm at now. When you say how I feel, like, people like, oh, how do you trust him? It's not even more so about trusting him. It's about trusting what we have and trusting myself. Now, you can go out there and play if you want to, and your ass will be back outside. He knows that I'm not, like, we're in such a different space now. It's like, even he looking like, sometimes we talking, he like, what the fuck was I thinking? Like, I did that?
But what
You know
about
what I'm saying?
Rashida, this girl popping up with No, I mean, like, I know it has to be. The one thing I will say about I was trying to explain this to Tommy. I feel like with not Tommy. Mama D was on my show. I was trying to say that the Atlanta cast looks like y'all will have fighting, but ultimately when an intruder comes in, like y'all know how to come together.
You know what it is, what I say about loving hip hop, and I love every girl on that TV. Even me and Cardi bump heads a lot.
What about Jessica Dine?
Me and Jessica had hella fallouts, but that's my nigga.
Okay.
Like,
I like her too.
Yeah, I like her a lot. Like, I love her. She's super sweet. But once you get underneath the hardcore, you like, bitch, you is just sweet as pie.
She is a sweet girl.
You're a sweetheart.
She got a big old ass though.
And that's just like Tommy.
Jesus.
Tommy is the sweetest thing ever, but she has that tough persona. But I think what it is with women, like there's sometimes like when Rashida went through what she went through and Tommy was going through what she went through with her mom, they were like, they would tell the producers, the only people I would talk to is Tammy or this person. And people, it's because they know that regardless whether these cameras are on or are they off, I'm gonna be the same. Mm-hmm. And if I was never the type, one thing I look at these shows, and when I watch like Hollywood or all the other shows, because I was on the show, I know how it goes.
You know it, yeah.
And I just be cringing sometimes because I don't like. It's okay to give entertainment and messiness, but one thing I'm not gonna do is when that camera come on, I'm not gonna down you on TV because I know some shit sticks. So if they want me to say something, or the producers be like, "Oh yeah, you know this happened," such and such, ask her about that. I might come to you and be like, "Listen, sis, they want me to ask you this. Is that cool?" And if she be like, shit, it's fair game, all right, cool, I respect that. But I'm not gonna just bust out like, oh yeah, so you were fucking such and such. Like, bitch, what?
Yeah.
Like, that's not cool. As a woman, you don't do those type of things. Like watching the Hollywood one, I was cringing because that even, I don't know how true it is or not, but that marriage, I know that they're really
Which
married.
one?
With Lyrica and oh boy.
Oh.
I know that they're really married.
Yeah,
so,
but it's like I'll give you a scene. Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. Tiara was invited to some house, and when she shows up, she's being ambushed about going into rehab. Like, that's not, you're not doing that to your real friend.
Right.
You're not ambushing them with a therapist who wants to do a big intervention in front of a group of people that ain't.
I tried that. We tried that with Sean. He cussed us out.
Yeah, but you didn't do it on TV.
No, not on TV.
Yeah.
He was like, you need to chill out.
But back to Rashida. Rashida seems like a pretty sweet girl. She's come a long way from on the show. I looked at earlier clips because the Love and Hip Hop clips, they live online forever.
Right.
And she used to be like a little bit more wild, but now she's a little bit more tame.
Right.
Mama's turning up at press though.
Yeah.
Her mom got in a fight with a fan. Fans should have been recording. But anyway,
her mother is my good girlfriend.
But when you see like this girl pop up on a show and she allegedly has a baby by Kurt,
I understood completely from Rashida's standpoint. If you were such a woman and you really was like, I apologize and this, because to be honest, I heard from behind the scenes from producers that she really admired Rashida.
Mm-hmm.
Like she looked up to her. Now I heard this on the back end. Like she actually said she loves her. She always wanted to be like her.
but
So
to the extent that she had a baby by her man.
to the extent she had a baby by her man. But my thing is as a woman, if you're truly sorry and if you truly, feel some, like you really feel some remorse and you want to come to her woman, you
Come
could
to
have
the
came
mall.
come to the store,
Come to the mall.
pull her to the back. You came on national TV to humiliate her. You get what I'm saying? Like, even if you would have gave her the heads up and say, listen, I feel bad. This is what I did, but I need a check. I would respect that.
No.
You get what I'm saying? Like,
I'm going to whoop your ass.
I mean, that too, but you brought it on TV, so I understand when Rasheed was like, well, bitch, we really don't have that much to talk about. At this point, you got to talk
But
about
would a child outside your marriage be a deal breaker?
For me, it would be.
Thank you.
And I'm not saying this because I'm not saying this like, and I when I say I salute Rashida and I tilt my hat to her, that's a strong ass woman. Strong ass woman. But I also realize that she has way more invested than I have. They have 18, 19 years together and 3 or 4 kids already. You get what I'm saying? They've built businesses together and everything. So that's a hard situation to just walk from. So if I was in her situation, I couldn't say what I would do, but I would say in mine, my husband don't have any biological kids, and I want to be the one to give him one of his own. So if he came and someone else came up, that will completely break me.
So when are you?
You said it here, girl.
Yeah.
You said it here.
You know I'm gonna be waiting. But
No, I'm just
Waka's
saying.
good on tour. Like I'm on tour Waka a lot. We did the Wild Now tour. We gave him like a whole bunch of dates. I'm the one
tour that you didn't
the
book
Wild
me
Now
for?
tour. No, first of all, I don't pick that part of the talent. I pick
Right.
the musical guests.
Oh,
and
that's what you
But
picked.
Waka's been super cool. He's been from the very first. And this is why I put Waka on the new ones because when AG took it over, I was able to do it because in the very beginning when I first started, Waka was one of the first artists that was like when nobody knew what it was and it was like, well, what is it? Do I do this? Do I do that? Waka was the first person to say, I'm with it, Rip. Let's do it. I'm going it. So that's why I've always put him on. And he's such a cool dude. He gets there, his team is super professional, goes and does his thing and destroys it every time. I remember when a guest didn't come, he did an extra 20 minutes.
Yeah, he's good. Like, he's great. And he's super. People don't even know. Like, he's super on. He gets so mad at me for like my latenesses and being late. Like, if you tell him 8 o'clock, he's here at 7:45, and people be like, I don't usually get that from rappers.
And he's just outside waiting. I feel kind of bad, but I'm enjoying talking to you.
I wait for him too, so he's good.
Wait, okay, so kids, when do you want to have it? Will you have a this year?
Yeah, this year is our year, 2019.
Really?
Yeah, because I'm dropping my music and
Yes.
ready to pop these babies out.
Yes.
But what did you think about Cardi, who was able to I remember when Cardi got pregnant, and I was just like, oh, you in the beginning of your career because you think those things, but. What do you think about her being able to show like you can have your career, you can have your family, you can have your marriage?
I knew that she was going to.
Really?
She had gotten so big already that the baby wasn't going to do anything. And then she got pregnant by another person who was equally as famous as her.
Mm-hmm.
So that just adds more suspense to their. She's not. One thing I gotta say about the girl, they might make fun of the way she talk. They might say that girl's smart as shit.
Yeah,
she might say something. They might think she talk ignorant or say ignorant shit, but she's smart. She knows what the fuck she's doing. She's super smart. And just to watch her grind from the beginning up until now, like even I feel like when people hate, like I just like, how could you hate that?
Mm-hmm.
How could you hate someone who ain't come from shit?
Mm-hmm. The come up.
Like you gotta respect that. Whether you like her or not, you gotta respect the grind. You have to.
Because I'm Team Cardi, that's Team Nicki, and you're Team
This
Kim.
Team Cardi right here. This
I'm
Team
Team
Cardi
Kim.
right here.
No, but that was.
I like them all. Let me get you wrong. Nicki Minaj beam up Scotty. Let me tell you, back in Baltimore when I was riding my little BMW, little 3 Series, that was my shit. You feel me? Like, and I love Nicki. You know what I'm saying? I think she's a great artist as well. I do feel like, I don't know why why they gotta be some
Pick a side.
beef. Yeah, why it gotta be a side? Like, why? Because I love her as an artist. I've never, I met her once, but I've never personally have no type of, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know her personally. I've only know what people tell me, so I can't judge her off of what people say. But I've actually kicked back with Cardi. And I've actually, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I could be like, yo.
Have you kicked it with Kim?
No.
I need to link
You
y'all.
do. And my best friend, Shaw, he loves her. But that's
I need to link you with Kim.
I'm telling you, that's my mom used to take my CD. Like, she threw my CD away 3 times. And I'm going to buy another.
And Kim watches it. And Kim watches the show because she's called me after one of our shows. But it's interesting that you brought up Kim because I think sometimes when you talk about women in hip hop, you do people want to go over what's new or what's here now, but it's just
all came from her. I don't give a damn what nobody say. I don't give a fuck who you are. If you say your inspiration ain't come from Kim, you's a goddamn
Foxy
liar.
Brown is somewhere saying, I got that from Kim.
No.
Yes.
But Foxy always had a different
she's not
flow.
somewhere
It was a different
She
flow.
wasn't saying that
So you
because she
don't
can't
think
hear
that
but in
none
one
of the
ear.
female
That's
artists are
why.
inspired by Kim?
Oh.
Okay, we're here.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean,
I mean, that's
Kim,
one of them.
I told this on the show before. I remember being in my house when hardcore came out, and I was rapping, suck my dick, and this, and then my mom was like, "What the fuck
Me
is
too.
this?"
My mom threw my shit away.
My mom was like, "We not doing that in this house."
I was like, I'm giving up. I would have
Nigga.
bought another one. Shit.
Yeah, I mean, she's the GOAT.
And it just pissed me off though, because honestly, when Nicki first came out, I was like, damn, her and Kim were gonna do a fire song together. I just knew that was gonna happen. I just never knew that it would. Like, we years later now, we gotta squash this.
And
now.
then,
Like, I want a song.
then when Cardi came out, we said, "Ooh, Nicki and Cardi gonna do a track together." Then that ain't that.
It's like,
didn't.
damn. But these rappers, these
know
men
where that
rappers,
came
they be having songs with everybody, whether they don't like you or not.
Who does Waka have a beef with right now? Like, who does he not like? He's cool with Gucci, right?
I mean, they don't have a relationship, but he don't have there's no beef.
He don't have any industry beefs with rappers.
No.
Damn, that's good. You got a good one then.
Yeah, he don't be beefing.
Even when that shit happened with Game, it was simple squash and he was on stage like a
Oh yeah, I
professional.
forgot about that.
I just feel like everybody
Game
should just
get
get
into
money.
it. What up, Jay?
I just feel like everybody should just get money.
You feel me? It's so
Listen,
much.
it's-
But you know
Waka
what I
move
think
too.
the
He like,
problem
just
is?
get this money, let's get out of here.
You know what I think the problem is? And this is what I say all the time. People have to understand what God has for you is for you. There's enough
ain't
for
no
everybody.
man.
And I have a friend who owns a shop, and she just told me this today. And I was getting mad at her because she has a kids boutique. It's called Dazzle Me. And people are biting her thing, and they come in her store and they're like, well, where did you get this from? Where did you do that? And she tells it all. And I'm like, why are you giving away all your secrets? And she's like, because what God got for me, baby,
That's
is for
it.
me. I can give away everything that I
That's
have, and it's
it.
still for me.
I'm gonna tell a real story.
Come
I'm
on.
not gonna say no names not because I'm afraid of anybody, because I don't give a fuck. I pitched a talk show idea to somebody called me and wanted to hear a talk show idea. I pitched it to them. They were like, love it, love it, love it. Had meetings, broke it all down. I'm in a meeting the other day with a network pitching my talk show. And they're like, oh, I said, yeah, well, we were thinking of going with this syndicator. And they go, oh, so-and-so just sold them a show. And I'm like,
Oh, wonder where's mine.
but I say all that to say, the producer sitting across from me said, yeah, but they didn't sell you.
Oh,
They can sell a show.
hey,
They can sell shows all day long,
That's good.
but they can't sell you.
that's real.
So that goes back to like the whole, I'm never territorial, like, using the Shade Room, Baller Alert. Shout out to everybody out there. I don't give a fuck what y'all doing because you're not stopping my money.
But I do feel there like when you have certain bloggers that don't find out the facts, they just blog and just run their mouths about any and every fucking thing.
But you know why they can do it?
Stick with the
But
facts.
you know why they can do it? Because they can hide behind the computer.
And that's so
It's
irritating.
different when you got to run into a motherfucker in the streets and have a conversation.
Yeah, it is.
And when you're in it, and you know how it feels to have lies written about you. But that's
yes.
why that's why when the network said, well, what's the difference between you and all the clutter out there, said the difference is we're going to be talking to the motherfuckers talking about what y'all talking about.
Oh, facts.
That's the difference.
Wow.
I said you want my top 5 shows, but anyway.
Well, listen.
There you go. Preach to 'em.
Just like the Queen's Supreme Court, the Queen's Court, whatever.
So why haven't I got an invite to that? I'm just saying.
Well, I didn't know.
Oh, okay.
You are definitely invited to come. You better come turn up.
My body is fucking sore.
Why? Why is your body sore?
Because I woke up this morning and I did Beachbody On Demand. And I'm telling you, I think as I get older, these workouts get harder, but I love the luxury of having my own workout routine in my home.
Yeah, that saves money.
So Beachbody On Demand, everybody knows. We've been talking about it here. One of our sponsors that supports the show gave us a free account so we could try it. And listen, what I love about it is they're the company that's behind P90X, Insanity, 21-Day Fix, T25, Brazil Butt Lift, and some others. So we've started doing it. I know, Gio, you were doing it. How's it working out for you?
I'm going good. I'm down 5 pounds, boy.
You know what's so crazy? I'm down 4.
Come on, that's good.
Right behind you. All right, so the greatest part about this is that you can access it anywhere and anytime. You can view it on your computer, web-enabled TV, tablet, smartphones, and all of that. So where do you do yours? Where do you do yours off?
Normally, off my phone. You know, the new iPhone Max. You know, so I do it off there in the house because my internet ain't on yet.
Why I love Shanti? So I've been doing Shanti's exercises, and like I said, for me, it's worked. I'm down 4 pounds. I'm in excruciating pain, though. I can barely walk, and I hate. You know, when I walk, it looks like I've had sex. So it's just like I'm trying to explain to people, relax. It's Beachbody On Demand.
Right now, my listeners can get a special free trial membership including their 14-day results plan, where you can lose up to £9 in the first 2 weeks. Just text Unlocked to 303030. You'll get full access to this entire platform for free. All the workouts, the nutrition information, the results plan to get super fast results and support. All free. Just text Unlocked to 303030. Again, just text Unlocked to 303030, and we're excited to see you on this journey.
Tell her what I said when you got here about Tammy. I said, y'all cool?
I was like, yeah.
You be beefing with everybody.
I said, listen, it was never me, the beefer. I'm always, because my thing is, this is the thing. This is you guys' lives.
Right.
It comes on the internet. We talk about it. Right. We don't really know y'all.
What's really going on.
We don't really know that. We just, and my show is different from this show. We joke about stuff. We tell jokes about it because, can I be honest? Yeah. I don't give a fuck.
Right.
I don't give a fuck. Girl, you got to go home with your husband. You got this is stuff that you got to deal with. Whatever. This is the news. We laugh. We talk about it. I use clips from Hollywood Unlocked. Majority of Hollywood Unlocked, because y'all have showed me love.
Of course.
The Shade Room here and there, baller alert. But I use these little pieces and clips, and we just talk about it. We render verdicts on it, and we keep going. Like, I'm not deep in.
Yeah.
I'm not over there like, girl, did you know Waka was doing this?
Right.
Because this ultimately at the end, this is your decision in your life, what you have to do and how you handle it.
Right.
It's just my opinion. And I'm not going to be able to I don't like her because she...
Yeah.
I do want to return the favor, though. I mean, return the compliment you said earlier. When I first met you, I didn't think you were going to be stuck up at all. But I've been a fan. You know, I've always thought you're beautiful in this. Now, we met at the Angel Brings fashion show. And I sat across from you. I was sitting next to Mariah and some girl with some big-ass piece of fur on her head. All in my face. But anyway, I remember you being so sweet and being so nice and so easy to talk to. And I mean, I really like how you carry yourself outside of the cameras. Like people that don't get to see you may not know how you are. It's just like, you're just a chill chick.
Yeah, because, like I said from the beginning, I don't come from shit. I come from the gutter. Like, dead ass.
Pennsylvania Avenue?
Baltimore. I mean, Baltimore. Like, over there. I grew up in Sandtown, in Emerson
Where's
Avenue.
Pennsylvania at?
Pennsylvania it's around where I grew up at. And like I said, my mom used to get high. My daddy's been incarcerated for 30 years. Damn. Like, I've watched my brother get killed in front of me. I mean, my uncle get killed in front of me on my fucking birthday. You know what I'm saying? Like, I come from nothing, but no one would never know that just by looking at me. You wouldn't know that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So for me, it's like when I see other girls, and I see people, it's no way I could ever act stuck up, because who the fuck am I to act like that?
Do you teach that to your daughter?
Oh, my baby is. I teach it to her so much that she's like, she's not, if you actually look at my Instagram, I post her damn near every day. She gets so irritated. But she's such in her own world. It's like she don't even want to be, like, she don't care about the camera. Like, she don't even like for us to come up to her school. My daughter, actually, I found out that she was taking off, like when I buy her designer stuff, she was taking it off, hiding in the locker, throwing her Uggs when she got to school. And I'm like, why are you hiding your sneakers? She's like, because I don't want to, like, flex on nobody. I said, it's not flexing.
When they criticized you for her dancing to that Drake song in the club, was in the club or in a bar with some liquor or somewhere where some liquor?
With Waka. When her Waka was dancing. We was at the Growing Up in Hip Hop premiere.
And they tried to turn that into something else. How did you deal with that criticism?
That's my
Because people don't realize, like, in our industry, we have rap parties, we have premiere parties. It's not like we turning up at Magic City.
Yeah, she has like a little wristband on, and there was a Growing Up in Hip Hop, which is like,
and everybody was there.
And everyone was there. Her Waka's mom, her grandmother was there. Her father, her mom.
Her grandmother's a part of the show.
Yeah, and her grandmother's part of the show. So it's like I drown that shit out. Only thing I don't play with is I don't play about, like, one reason why I would never respect that blogger that you were referring to earlier. When she told the story about my husband, the story that she had no facts on, no real proof, no nothing, just from what a fucking groupie said, you posted a picture with my daughter in it. That's a fucking no-no.
On her site or something?
On her site. She posted a picture with me, my husband, and my daughter. Come at me all you want, but don't add. My daughter goes to school just like her son goes to school. And she doesn't live far from me. You get what I'm saying? Like, you wouldn't want no one to disrespect your family like that or blast your kids like that. You get what I'm saying?
I think what some bloggers don't realize, like, there's only two rules I've said repeatedly at Hollywood Unlocked. We don't out people and we don't attack children. Because what you don't realize, when you put that kid on the internet for your story, their peers see it, other kids in the community see it, they get attacked in a way that clearly as a grown woman, you can handle your shit. You know,
Yeah, I
if
can
you had
handle
to, you got a
mine. It's
pistol.
cool.
But a kid is like an innocent, you know.
Like you don't put you blast my baby out there for you know.
Did y'all
with
have
the
a
headline.
tone?
I don't know that lady. I would never give that little 850 views any bit of fucking shine. You get what I'm saying? And I'm not even gonna mention her now. Only thing I'm saying is bloggers like that I don't respect, because you don't ever post a picture with my child in it and then have a caption of Waka Flocka cheats again on her, some stupid shit. Like, you don't do shit like that. You get what I'm saying? That's the only problem I have. I'm just very protective of I'm a mother first.
Oh, we feel the Baltimore mother coming out.
Yeah,
there.
I'm a mother first.
Oh,
like
yes.
that's just how it is. And I don't give a fuck about no industry shit, no TV I don't care about none of that. My daughter is first. Like, and that's and my husband is second.
Yes.
Okay, so let's recap. You have a wedding, that destination wedding that we're going to get an invite to.
Yeah.
Yes.
You have a baby that's going to be coming
Yeah.
soon. You have new music. You have an album coming.
A whole album.
Okay, so let's
Not
talk
an
about
EP.
Let's talk about that. No, I said album.
Yeah, because I
There's a
dropped the EP
difference.
before.
Okay.
LP, right?
No, EP.
EP.
Oh, an EP?
No,
or-
this
No,
is-
I
she
dropped
dro-
the EP already.
Oh,
This
you
is my
did?
album that I'm about to drop.
So let's talk about the album. So Waka's on the album.
Derez Deshawn. There's a few other people that be up there. I haven't confirmed yet.
So okay, so tell us about the album and what inspired the music that we're gonna hear.
Okay, for the EP, if everybody remember, it was Fate, and it was like a collection of I think it was 8 songs, 8 songs, and that was just like the first time I've ever, like, Kisses was the first time I ever went in the studio
Ever.
And
But
that
did
was
you
with Rico
want to be
Love.
an artist?
As a child, I always
Oh, yeah.
wanted to be. I used to
Okay.
sing it. Like, everybody from Baltimore that know me, they be like, "Bitch, why you on Love and Hip Hop? You ain't singing. Dumb people don't even know you can sing." And I'm like, it ain't chill. Like, I'm cool. I just want to do this. And it's just after seeing my husband and the stuff that he went through, I was like, this shit ain't for me. But going through what I went through, the separation, it just like I'm a
Inspired
very
you to write-
I'm a
yeah.
very spiritual person.
I see.
Yeah, I am. And I was on an airplane listening to some music, and it was like, I promise you, it was like the Most High was like, it's your time. It's either now or never. So I immediately called my friend up, who's Rico's wife, and I was like, "Hey, boo," I was like, "I want to get in the studio with your husband." And she was like, "What, bitch?" She from Baltimore as well, Robin. And I was like, she was like, "What, bitch?" And I was like, "No, Robin, I really want to get in the studio." I was like, I can sing," and she was like, "I don't know." So I sent her a video of me singing in Vogue.
What you sung? Do a little bit.
Go ahead.
Don't- we know
I'll just, you know I'm a man.
she got Ricolas
I
and
know,
hot
I'm
tea and a napkin with snot on it.
Hold on.
But no, it was in Vogue. That
Ooh.
yeah, it was that. So
That was a rhyme. We
That
don't
was
let
a
you pass.
good.
That was a good
That
one.
was good.
That was
good.
good.
it was
I wanna hear
a
more of
little
that.
raspy, but
No, she's fine.
So I sung that and I sent it to her, and she called me back like, "Bitch, why was you playing?" So Rico was like, "If she's serious, tell her book the studio." And he even thought I was joking. I booked the studio. I didn't even tell Walker. I booked the studio, booked the flight, and was fucking gone.
Wait, so when does the album come out?
The album I have is the beginning of next year. I haven't set a actual release
Okay, then
date.
I'm gonna tell you what you need to do. You need to get on the phone and tell people right now. So what reason why I wanted you to be here is Rip and I are in Atlanta filming Wildin' Out season 13. You and Walker are coming on.
Yes.
You need to tell them you want to perform at the end of the show.
Oh, I think I am.
Oh, okay.
Mark, by the time it come
Yeah.
out,
Yeah.
by the
Yeah,
time it
I
come out,
think
it'll be
I
right
am.
there.
Let me try
Look,
and
they
teach
done
you
had
something.
Walker. They done had Walker perform all these damn tours. He done perform. He done been on Wild Out. And look, I need my shine.
Oh.
There you go.
right.
Get your shine.
You hear me, Nick?
That's right.
No, but yeah. So I'm excited about this album because now it's like I'm warmed up. After the EP drop, it's like, okay, now I know I can do this shit and
But
people like it.
what is he? How is Waka gonna deal with all the male groupies that are coming into your
He
show?
done dealt with that since
Yeah,
before the album.
but now they're coming
There
to
you go. She said
destinations.
before the album.
Yeah, but when you're on tour, when you go do,
But I was doing hostings and stuff with Love and Hip Hop.
Oh, that's
so they
true.
were coming and stuff. But it's funny because, back before Love and Hip Hop, when he would do like his shows and stuff, and I would see he put his arm around, like take pictures with fans and put his arm around their waist. I was like, don't do that. That's disrespect. He's like, it's a fan. So now that when the tables actually did turn, and he was like, niggas putting their hands around your waist. I'm like, oh, now you see what I'm talking about.
Right.
So now he it's a lot of little things like that he understands and he
do
gets
you
now.
giggle a little when you do that though, and it's like pissing them off?
Yeah, it's funny because I did it on purpose. This was years ago when I first started like doing hostings, and I did it on purpose. And the guy posted a picture. He was like, "You know how fans like my bae," and he was like, "Boy, I would break that nigga fucking wrist."
Yes.
And I'm like, "What you?" But it's cool. It's just a fan.
Right. The tables have turned.
Right,
Joy.
like my oh my. But yeah, so that looks little stuff like that. But one thing he's It's crazy how supportive he is. He listens to my music all the time.
That's what I was about to say. Look, I appreciate you coming up here. We're going to let you go, though, because he's outside waiting.
Literally outside waiting.
That's amazing.
When did he
round
know?
of applause.
I wanna
Wait,
know.
hold on.
When did he know you could sing? Did you just like bust in on him and stop?
Waka didn't know I could sing for years. He didn't find out till probably I think 2 years ago, right before, he found out probably a year before I released my EP.
Wow.
He never knew I could sing.
Did it blow him away?
He was he just was sitting there what the fuck? You really...
I could have made all this money off you, girl.
right.
You could have been singing my
Okay,
hooks.
listen, I'm not having no problems with Waka Flocka. I'm about to let her go, but thank you for coming.
Thank you guys for having me.
I called you yesterday and you were here and I appreciate it. Even with a cold, but still looking like $1 million.
Oh,
$1 million.
$2 million.
It was nice meeting you.
Two.
Huge.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you, love.
Thank you, baby. We exchanged numbers.
Yes,
I text you.
And I will
Okay.
see you on set.
I will be there.
Yes, we will. But right now, we out. Peace.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.